Hey, what up everybody? Welcome back to my YouTube channel. My name is Jay and you're watching Clouded Reactions. So now we have 28 more days to Halloween and we're continuing this special with part 2 of this chills video titled 10 Ouija board possessions caught on tape. So yeah, let's just hop right back into it. Got the handy dandy.
Number 5, Contact. Prue continues to experience a high concentration of Ouija board possessions, this time in the city of Hyen. Blanca Giovanna is only 16 years old when she and her other friends began to use the board for fun. Like so many others, she is not aware of the board's true danger and she is swallowed by evil for her ignorance. It's unclear how many times Blanca and her friends used the board to summon demons before she was finally overtaken by one. Maybe she became possessed after using the board just once. Or perhaps it took days of repeated attempts before a demon found its way from the board into her soul.
Push back down.
Exactly how the demon got her is unknown.
Why people play Ouija boards, I'll never know.
Ouija board possession cases, it's usually either from taunting the spirit or failing to banish them back to their realm at the end of the ceremony. What we do know is that this began a minor possession which soon grew out of control. Blanca went from being a carefree teenager to a violent maniac in just a matter of days.
Violent maniac.
Her behavior became so aggressive that her family eventually could no longer deal with her. They had her committed for a lack of
I thought she was like sitting on top of a roof getting ready to jump.
Blanca continued to amaze and scare psychiatric workers to no end. Her evil antics even began to draw a crowd of curious locals and news reporters who all agree that she had seen the face of Satan when she wasn't trying to attack them outright. She was shouting mysterious satanic phrases.
She's got some little pistoles there.
Like her family, the psychiatric ward eventually ran out of ideas and settled on chaining her to the wall to protect her from others. The demons chained her to the body for at least 21 days. This was in 2011, and while locals may not know what has happened, no follow-up reports have ever left the city. This lack of information has led many to speculate that perhaps Blanca had to either been exiled or even killed so that the rest of the town could be saved. Number 4, Josh says, this footage comes from a YouTuber named No Biggie TV, who decided to tempt fate and make a video testing out Ouija boards. He is extremely skeptical at first, and he points out that Ouija boards can't be that scary if they are allowed to sell at Toys R Us. While he is waiting in line to buy,
I don't know why they sell it at Toys R Us
asks
for.
if he knows where
I don't even know if they sell at Toys R Us anymore.
She says that the man who invented it sold his soul to the devil.
I haven't seen one in like a minute.
And that making it readily available to kids was part of an evil conspiracy. No Biggie TV ignores her warning and buys the board anyway. He picks up a friend named Dave and heads to Dave's apartment.
Idiot.
After briefly reading some instructions, they are quickly communicating with the dead in no time. They contact a spirit who says his name is Josh. He was born in 1921. Things are getting a little too scary, so No Biggie TV pulls a prank on his friend by pretending to be possessed, and then the two get back to being serious. As the ceremony progresses, they start to hear breathing and other strange thumping noises.
Besides the kitchen and the dog.
The thumping?
Oh, I thought I seen two things in the background, but it's just their TV, the reflection on the TV.
That is so fucking spooky. What the fuck?
Josh tells him that the house is not safe after using the Ouija board, but there is one thing that they can do to possibly change that. Burn me, Josh writes to them. Obviously, no one wants to have a haunted house, so the two friends waste little time doing exactly what Josh asks. They take the board around back and set the entire thing on fire, box and all. As the box burns, Dave's car starts to turn on randomly on its own. Even after they put the fire out, they could still hear the board sizzle. It gave No Biggie TV an electrical shock when he touched it. Unfortunately, they couldn't burn the board properly.
Yeah, because he covered the fire. It's gotta breathe.
As far as possible and throw it away instead. Although they did say goodbye to the board, nowhere in the video does it show them properly ending the session. Just how angry Josh will be that they didn't follow his exact orders remains to be seen. Number 3, the pizza possession. Jackson Combs and his friend
Pizza possession
are bored late at night when they decide to summon some spirits to help pass the time. They are joined by a third friend, Alice, who brings with her the top of a pizza a
That's my
box.
mama's name.
Together, they use
Alice.
it to make a homemade Ouija board. It's well past 1 in the morning by the
Who
time
does
the three of
this?
them agree on a
If you don't have a
place to
Ouija
use
board,
it.
why
They
make
use a
one?
small cap as
If
a
you don't have a
planner and
Ouija board, it's
spin it
probably
in
a
3
sign not to
circles
use
clear the
a Ouija
board.
board.
Then they begin. Is anybody there? Jason asks. The pointer does not move, so he repeats himself. That's when the cup moves down and to the left, stopping on yes. Jason asks what the spirit's name is, and the ghost writes back Susan. When asked if the spirit is good or bad, Susan says that she is good. Then she says that she wants someone named Danny. None of them know who Danny is, so Susan says goodbye. The 3 friends could have stopped here, but they enjoyed the experience, so they decided to keep it up and try to contact other spirits. Again, they make 3 circles with the cup to clear the board. Another spirit soon makes itself known, but this time it isn't as nice as Susan. Instead of asking what the spirit's name is, Jason asks if it's a good spirit. It signals that no, it is not. They could have immediately discontinued contact from there, but they weren't feeling threatened enough at the time. Jason asks for its name. John, it writes back. What do you want? Jason asks out loud. Kill is the response that he is given. Even though no other questions are asked, the cup suddenly moves to the no answer and flips over. The 3 of them hear a noise coming from the bathroom, and Jason goes inside to investigate.
It moved completely by itself. And it was clear lid too, so it's not like there's no string attached to it.
The door shuts behind him and the house fills with his screams. When the girls are able to get the door open, he is cowering in the corner. Whatever had been summoned had viciously attacked him. Number 2, Japanese TV. These 3 girls playing with a Ouija board seem to be on some sort of Japanese
One in the middle looks
television
like a
show.
freaking mannequin doll.
This isn't very surprising since some of the scariest evidence of the paranormal seems to come from Japanese game shows or investigation series. The girls have apparently been threatened by the spirit to not film this encounter, but it's clearly not their decision. The board or spirit threatens to curse the girls and they are understandably shaken up. It doesn't take long for all hell to break loose after this. One of the girls claims to see a woman and the group jumps, leaving 2 of the 3 young girls on the floor. In their panic, the quarter they were using as the planchette begins to move swiftly on its own. Furniture in the room begins to fly around as if being thrown, and a strange loud clicking.
The girl in the middle looks scary. It almost looks like she has no eyes. Oh, I think I saw, well, I don't know.
The footage becomes more and more chaotic before the video ends, leaving the viewer with concern
I don't know
and
about
a
that
desire
one.
for more insight.
It sounded like the audience was laughing. Or... I can't really tell if like there was an audience there and they were laughing or watching it and laughing.
What I look
or
like
if I was
in
just
real
like
life,
noise.
then follow me on Instagram at DylanIsChillinYT.
Oh.
I also have a Twitter at YTChills where
Using
I
this
post
plug on my
video
channel.
updates.
I didn't
really
get many views,
appreciate
man.
it
I
if
have
you
no
followed
viewers.
me, and feel free to send me a DM if you have any questions or
Not yet, at
suggestions. Number 1, mass possession.
Mass
The Elsa
possession?
High School in Peru is said to be incredibly haunted. According to local rumors, the school was built on a gravesite that the mafia used to bury corpses. In May of 2016, a group of school children used a Ouija board to summon the spirit of one of the dead victims, and this footage showed it absolutely worked. Shortly after using the Ouija board, at least 20 students were all affected by a mass hallucination. The children fell to the ground and went into seizures as they vomited.
Oh my god, it looks, I think that girl's passed out.
They were uncontrollable and had to be loaded into trucks and driven to the hospital for examinations. In the weeks that followed, almost 100 other students fell victim to the same mysterious condition. They would be acting normally
Really?
one moment, and then on the ground having a full-blown seizure the next. It was always on school property. In fact, it wouldn't be uncommon for students from different classes to pass out at the exact same time. Many of the students complained about the same evil spirit attacking them, a man dressed in all black with a big bushy beard. He always wanted to hurt them, they said. It also wasn't uncommon for the children to hear voices and feel relentlessly stalked, like someone was going to come up from behind and snatch them at any moment. One of the students even claimed to have felt a large pair of hands tighten around her neck. You would think that they could somehow fight back, but high school ends earlier in Peru than most other countries.
That's dangerous,
As such,
man.
these were all children between the ages of 11 and 14. They were all completely helpless and unable to defend themselves. The school officials eventually sought the help of Catholic priests to perform exorcisms and to hold mass.
Priests.
Unfortunately, none of this seems to have helped very much. According to the latest reports, whatever was unleashed by the Ouija board continues to haunt the poor school kids to this day.
So, I mean, worldwide, the freaking Ouija board should be banned. But like you've seen in some of these videos, people make them, like literally make them. Like get some cardboard, some random pieces of crap, and then they make their own Ouija board. It makes no sense to me. There's such a strong stigma to it that's tied with the Ouija board. Like, do not mess with it. They say don't leave it open once you've used it. It's like, it's so dangerous. People don't even realize it's dangerous, and they go ahead and mess with it anyways. I don't know. People are stupid. People are stupid, man. If you guys ever worked in customer service, you already knew that. Hope you guys enjoyed my reaction. This is now 28 days until Halloween, and this is gonna be the last video I do in the dark because while editing yesterday's video, it didn't really make much of a difference. I don't feel any different just because it's dark. Actually, when it's lit, it makes me more nervous because I see my curtain moving or because of the AC and, you know, just stuff like that. So this really isn't that bad, except for my bedpost right here. I kept looking at that, and I kept thinking that it's like a head's gonna pop up. But other than that, I didn't really care into it much because I was staring at the video. Yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed the reaction, and if you guys have a video in mind, go ahead and leave it down in the comments below. I'll look it up. I'll post it on YouTube for you guys' enjoyment. And yeah, stay safe, stay blessed, and I'll see you guys in the comments.